What's up, guys? Yo, yo. What's up, Justin? What's up, Geezy Gamer, Moses, DC? Hopefully you make it out of the parlays okay, man. Matt Edwards, I'm still waiting for a bus on Park Ave. What's up, Mark? Fabian, Nitro, Monkey, Draft. Good evening, y'all. What's up, Bon? What's up, Josh? What's up, Jeff E? Charlie Granville? What's going on, guys? Thanks for being here for another stream. Another Wednesday. It sounds like everyone, for the most part, is getting hit with snow. So, love to hear that from California to Oregon, Washington, Utah, hopefully Colorado, and everywhere else. So, even the Northeast and the East Coast getting some snow. So this has been a much-needed storm. What's up, Chin? Yeah, Nukin and Salt Lake. Yeah, I think we can expect snow for the next, really, I would say, through Sunday, for the most part. What's up, Justin? What's up, Lucas? Welcome back. Snowmass, took great care of you. Yeah, talk about a surreal sort of experience with Aspen Snowmass. Every single ounce of it. So very, very appreciative of Aspen Snowmass. Joel and Olivia, the sort of social media, video, marketing people, were just over the top friendly, and they were just, it was an incredible experience. Copper and A Basin, closest snowbird or Alta type skiing. I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, there's nothing that's close to Bird and Alta for many reasons. The terrain at A Basin's pretty cool, and Copper in the back is fun, but there's nothing, in my opinion, that just compares to the pure snowfall and terrain of Bird and Alta. What's up, JJ? Band practice canceled due to nuking. Stokes thought sticker my helmet, have a GoPro sticker and GoPro mount. Nice, Josh. Glad to hear that, man. What's up, Connor Henderson? Traffic is a shit show. Yeah, I probably made it back around 4 o'clock, and it was just starting to get a little bit bad, but that was my goal, was just making it back kind of before that. Where do you ski? I ski all over the place, man. I'm largely based here in Utah, so I like to ski at Snowbird. I like to ski at Park City, but at this point, I've been to a lot of mountains kind of in the west. What's up, Sebastian? Hey, Lucas, finished my bus. I'm at the Brundage. Hey, Lucas, I finished my bus, and I'm at Brundage, but having a pretty tough time. This experience has turned me off of skiing so much I've lost my passion. What happened? Was it something with skiing, or I guess I just don't understand. I finished my bus, and I'm at Brundage. Pretty tough time. What's up, Jerry from SoCal? What's up, Lewis? When you ski in Park City again? I'm debating. I might ski there tomorrow, but I would really like to go up to Alta tomorrow. We got like 4 to 6 inches in summer. Where do you ski? I just answered that, man. Is it at Brandywine in Ohio? I would just check out the channel, man. Check out the videos. It has, yeah. The title of every mountain I ski at is basically in the title, so. I'm going to Park City this weekend. Any recommendations? I would just go up to Jupiter, man, if you're an advanced skier on the Park City side. I'll be skiing Snowbird Saturday and Sunday. Snowbird, they like formally, we have formally been in talks, which has been really cool, and they put me up at the Cliff Lodge on Saturday night. So my plan is to ski Saturday, and then I stay right up there at the Cliff Saturday night, and then I'll also ski Sunday. So I'll be at the Bird this weekend for both days. And then I would like to go to Alta tomorrow. I'm just a little bit nervous with the canyon, but I feel like Thursday, a weekday, is better than trying to get up there on the weekend. But yeah, and then Friday, I'm not sure yet. Justin with the 5 gifted. Justin, my man, dude. I want to DM you on Discord. I need a little bit of some Alta Beta. But dude, thank you for the 5 gifted. Patrick D, Elijah, Brian Gore, Fabian. Welcome to Stoke Squad and Drafe. Justin, thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you, man. Are you ever going to take a trip to East Coast? No, I'm not, man. I grew up in the East Coast, have no desire to go back there. Park City this week, maybe. I'd rather be up in the Cottonwoods, to be honest. But it's hard not to just bounce over to Park City, and I know it so well that I know I can ski POW, but I would really like to be up in the Cottonwoods. I've been watching your videos since 2022. Thank you, man. Glad you like them. This powder in Alta will be off the charts. Yeah, I mean, really anywhere it's going to be sick. You really can't go wrong. You know, it doesn't matter where you go. Deer Valley, Park City. I mean, some places are obviously going to get more than others, but you know, 10 inches of snow anywhere is going to be sick. So what runs at Alta will you target? I don't know, to be honest. That's why I want to go. I'd like to ski the back area, but to be honest, I'm sure with this much snow, there's going to be a lot of stuff on hold and whatnot. So that's kind of why I wanted to pick Justin's brain more off the air and get a little bit more beta when it comes to this much snow there. I have a good feel for like Snowbird and obviously Park City, but Alta's a mountain that I don't have much experience with when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, I did hear about the avalanche at Palisades. Absolutely awful. Inbounds avalanche, 1 dead, 3 injured, right under KT22. 10 feet deep, 150 feet wide, 450 foot long. Just an awful, awful situation. You know, in inbounds avalanche, like, man, just a wake-up call. And just so incredibly sad that someone, you know, died in it. So, yeah. Nitro Monk with the 199. Thank you, man. First ever super chat. And Bon Rogers with the 999. Thank you very much. As Luna needs a bath. Luna needs a massive bath. Luna is like, I feel like Luna has like a layer of just grime. But when it's snowing this much, whatnot, there's no point in washing. But yes, I need to do like a huge clean out on Luna. But yeah, Bond, thank you for the 999. Nitro Monkey with the 199. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Justin with the 5 gifted. Where's the best place to go on Powder Day at Park City? In my opinion, Jupiter is the best place on the mountain if you are an advanced skier. Jupiter's really great. Motherlode can be good for some more low angle POW. But I'm really just a Jupiter guy. I mean, you want steep and kind of steep and deep stuff. Jupe's your option. So cool. Top luck for Espen. DV wants you to showcase resorts. Great work. Love to you a lot, Espen. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, very. Just like, you know, obviously Aspen Snowmass is kind of on a whole nother level on many areas, just of how they do things and just sort of the wealth that's out there. It's inspiring. It's very sort of, it's humbling, and it's kind of at the same time just unrealistic, but it's really cool to see something to strive to. And, you know, I mean, those are very successful people in one way or the other. And was just very cool to get sort of all taken care of like that. So we ever do a trip to Banff? I'll probably be up in Banff beginning of February this year. And but I was there last year. Hunter's Paradise, very cool area. I was doing this weekend. I said, like, hell, how would that be? Man, Bot, I'm sorry to hear that. How much longer are you off the ski for? Good luck on the LCC. I know, dude. That's why I'm just like, I'm always so torn with it. my biggest issue is that to be comfortable, and so I'm not that person, is I really would want to chain up at the bottom there, but I'm worried I'd have to get there really early in the pitch dark, chain up down at the bottom, and then try to get back in line. Man, it's just so that's why at least this weekend staying up at the cliff, like, it's a little bit easier because I know I'm just going to be staying up there once I get up there. But man, I really want to go up tomorrow. I don't know if I think I should just send it and just deal with it. I really don't think it's low snow totals for the most part. I'd say it's pretty, I mean, if anything, it's slightly below average, but I don't know what exactly you're comparing it to, but yeah, I think it's a pretty sort of normal looking season. 74 inches for this week at Elta. Yeah. Honestly, Snow Basin and Powder Mountain are getting hit very hard. I think they're supposed to be getting more than Snowbird and Elta. But yeah, I mean, that's just the thing with Little Conwood. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up getting 100 inches by the time this is all said and done. So, finally got to use my JJs on the East Coast. They were dripping. Nice, man. Lucas, you gonna do Steamboat this year? Yes, Steamboat I think is quickly becoming my list with the snow that they got. So, and it's kind of easy to get to from where I'm based out of, but where's the best place? I think I already answered that. I said Jupiter. Yeah, the Alpine Meadows documentary is very good. Scary, but very good. I highly recommend watching it. Joe, welcome to Stoke Squad. Joe, thank you very much, man. You get a Stoke button. Where do you park? How do you get to the mountain when you go to PCMR? To be honest, I pay for a reservation and just park at Park City side. I'm not a big canyons guy, so it is what it is. It's just the nature of skiing, but I pay, I think it's $26, and I park right there at the base there and just walk up and I ski. So that's how I don't know if there's more to it. But to me, that's how I do it. You could always just go park at the Cabriolet lot at Canyon Side. It's free. It just takes a little bit longer to get off the bottom. And yeah, you gotta check out Alpental to Pow Day. Steepest and deepest. It looks sweet. I think the only issue is, like, there's really only one chair. It's like chair 2 or something. But yeah, man, nothing compares to Utah Pow. I will tell you that. Ever gonna hit Idaho? I don't know, man. Maybe. Lucas, I have a question. How does the skis that boots can come off and the heels are out? The boots are still on the ski. Do you know? You're talking about telemark skiing. Ski Canyon Side tomorrow. Heck no. Joe with the $100. Joe, thank you so much, man. Maybe someday we'll be big enough to get into the Yellowstone Club. Watching the channel grow, you deserve it. Joe, thank you so much. First ever super chat on a live stream. New member of the Stoke Squad. $100 donation. That's incredible. Thank you so much, Joe. I don't know if we'll ever make it into the Yellowstone Club, but I can assure you, if that opportunity ever comes up to get into one of these private areas, I will definitely jump at it. But thank you so much for the 100, man. I'm glad you like the channel, and it's because of people like you that have made this possible. So thank you, Joe, for the $100. I don't deserve it, but I really do appreciate it. I'm just gonna skip down a little bit to keep the chat moving, so if I missed you, just try to put it in again. Most likely all season. Snow quality. So, I mean, Jackson has great snow for sure. It's very similar. I just think Snowbird snow is way more consistent than Jackson. Yeah, Oregon's getting like 100 inches. It's crazy. B money, Brett. I might be at Park City tomorrow, but I think I'd rather go up to Elta. Silver Star's opening. Nice. I'll probably be in Banff beginning of February. I'm going to probably stop in Banff on my way up to Kicking Horse. I have a Kicking Horse trip planned February like 4th. Kicking Horse in Revelstoke, and so I'm gonna drive up, and I think I might stop off at Banff. Yeah, the resorts are definitely open when it's dumping this hard, but there'll definitely be delays for avalanche work, so I just wouldn't expect, you know, all of the lifts to be open right at 9 o'clock. But yeah, I mean, mountains are open every day. The only thing I guess you have to worry about is if they close the road for avalanche control. They did do that today with Little Cottonwood. They closed it for about like, I don't know, was it 2 hours maybe? But yeah, I mean, the thing about the Cottonwoods is they're prepared for snowfall. They're no stranger to a bunch of snow. You know, it's just, it's more logistic things. What's up, Dakota? I love skiing. You're the one who got me into it. I just landed my first backflip. Nice, man. Congrats. You'd like certain areas of Sun Valley. I've been to Sun Valley 4 times, and to be honest, I really just, it's just not, I just don't love the mountain. Brendan, welcome to Stoke Squad. Welcome back, my friend. And Jeff Carstairs with the $4.99. Love your work. Always entertaining. Jeff, thank you for the $4.99. Glad you like it. Brendan, welcome back to the Stoke Squad, my friend. Good to see you. Jeff, thank you for super chat. Thoughts on Icelandic skis? I've never used them. They look sweet. I don't really know anything about them from what they're made out of or sort of who's behind them, but I'm sure they're very good. I just never even held them in my hands. Thoughts on the new Max Lens mod? I think if you have the Hero 12, it is 100% worth it to get the Max Lens mod 2.0. Really, the biggest selling point of the Hero 12 is the Max Lens mod 2.0. It unlocks almost a 180-degree field of view, which is great for things like skiing, mountain biking, and other POV things. So I think it is a very welcome sort of upgrade or accessory. What's the Yellowstone Club? Wish me luck. Good luck, man. Members only, it's like 10 million. Yeah, that's why I'm not optimistic I'll ever get to experience it, but you never know. If there's a huge powder dump and you can only ski one run anywhere, what is it? I'm gonna have to go with something at the Bird just because the vertical, you know, if we're talking about like one run, one continuous run. What runs are you planning on hitting at Elta? To be honest, I have no idea. Like, I'm sure a lot of the mountain is going to be on hold if I get up there. So, I don't know. Start off at Wildcat, maybe get in the back, but I don't really know. I don't know the mountain that well. I don't know if, I think Joe is skiing moguls tomorrow. So I don't know if he'll be skiing with me. LCC was closed 2 hours today. Amazing how empty. That's nuts, dude. So everyone must have scrambled before that, and then after it was like, that's nuts. Yo, I got your merch for Christmas, Company AF. I'm glad you like it, man. Thanks for copping it. The hoodie is definitely soft. I went with sort of the highest quality available. So I'm glad you like it, man. I don't ever ski park, no. I mean, I think I hit side hits as they come up. I like to hit small cliffs, but yeah, I don't ever ski park. And yeah, I will jib off stuff as it goes, but yeah, I'm not really a park guy. Chin, 22 months. Chin, did you stay in Utah or did you head back, or what'd you end up doing? What's up, Ron Wilson? How you feeling, man? What's up, Eric Gulseth? I think I just answered Icelandic, the Icelandic thing. Picked up a used set of JJs. Nice, man. I think tomorrow I'm going to use my 121s, and I think this weekend I'm going to bring out the 133s if this stuff really keeps up. But yeah, I think tomorrow's definitely a 120 day. I would go to Snowbird over Big Sky for sure, just in terms of snow consistency. I think one of the issues with Big Sky is like it's can be very inconsistent. There's snowfall. I think the terrain there is unbelievable. But yeah, Snowbird. I mean, I don't know. I'm obviously biased, but I just never had like a bad day up in Snowbird. I'll be at Snowbird this weekend, Amol. There's a huge gift in my DMs. I love it, Justin. How big? What's up, Eric? Made a bet with my friend that if we don't backflip by 40, we have to get I can't flip ass tat. That's a pretty good bet. Buddha Bride, 12 months. I highly recommend a stop at Panamera. Insane 4K vert, no crowds. Give it the good work. Thank you for the 1 year, my friend. And yeah, I'm kind of, I was kind of routing my way up there because I might also rip to Mammoth here about in 10 days, like the 20th. And so I could almost see myself going from Mammoth up to British Columbia. But the problem is the van isn't really 100%. So it's a little bit nerve wracking. But if I went from Mammoth up there, I would go right through Panorama and Fernie and stuff like that. You're on the plane. Oh, man, Chin. Hopefully you had a good time, man. I don't think you could have picked a better time this season to come out and just ski like 4 days. It looks like you got POW every single day. This chat's popping today. So much stoke out there. I know, man. It's been good. I don't think we've had this many people in the stream in a while. I think people are just kind of reinvigorated for the snow season, or maybe it's just really getting started. I don't know. ARGs make an appearance. Yeah, I think the ARGs will definitely make an appearance. I could probably use them tomorrow, to be honest. I mean, I saw that like the bird reported 10 inches in 24, but I don't know how much. If it snowed all day, then all tonight. Like I don't know exactly what the total is going to be, but to be honest, I would use the ARGs in a foot of snow for sure. That would be plenty. But yeah, I would like to use the 121s and the 133s in this storm cycle because I haven't brought those out yet. Me personally, Lucas, stay in Park City, ski locally, then rip it after the storm. I know, man. I get so torn with this because I just know like if you make it up to Little Cottonwood, it's absolutely epic. You know, and I just don't know if it's worth trying to go up there on a weekday tomorrow, you know. I'm going up I'm going up Saturday, which is going to be kind of crazy to get up there, but I don't know, man. I'm just torn. Like I talked to DC, he said it was good up at Jupe, but it's still thin. And I don't know, there's just nothing like powder days up in Little Cottonwood. What's up, Justin Bayola? That's the thing, Matt. I don't think I can go wrong. Like if I stay in Ski Park City tomorrow, Jupiter, like it's gonna be sick. It's not like it's not gonna be a sick day, you know. I just think I have a duty to go to like the gnarliest mountains and the gnarliest conditions and ski them. I think that's kind of what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't ever ski the East, no. Lucas, any wrecks on Park City runs heading out in 2 weeks? Just depends, like, are you an intermediate skier? Are you advanced? Are you looking for groomers? Are you looking for off-piste stuff? If you give me some more information, I can help, but I always recommend Jupiter. I think anything up at Jupiter is pretty cool. First time going to PC, got a boot fitting with Dude on Saturday. Nice, man. Make sure you drop the Stoke Squad or Lucas Catania, and he'll make sure he takes care of you. With that being said, I'm going to take a quick note here. We have what's called the Stoke Squad Meetup. It's the 3rd annual official meetup where people honestly come from all over the country. We've had people from, the East Coast, sort of the West Coast, March 9th and 10th, and we all ski together. So that's happening March 9th and 10th at Park City in Solitude, with the idea being people who have these big passes, they're unlimited, so everyone at least has an opportunity to go to one of the 2 days. But I talked to Cole Sports and Dude, and they're offering a 20% discount on any people who want rentals, who are coming out and renting skis. Go to Cole Sport, mention the Stoke Squad. ask for Dude Lucas Catania, and he will give you a 20% discount on the rentals. So kind of like unofficially, low key, kind of partnering with what we're doing for that weekend. Had a J-hole this weekend. Thoughts on ripping Targhee for a day? I think Targhee is definitely worth it. I think if you're going to be up in Jackson Hole, Targhee is 100% worth it. Targhee's a rad mountain, and the views are incredible. It shows the backside of the Tetons, but it's something you don't normally like. Normally, when you go to Jackson, you look at whatever the Tetons. So to be on the other side of that whole mountain range is really cool. I think if you can fit it in, you would not regret going to Targhee. We go to Whistler in the future. Maybe. I was there last year. I'm going up to Kicking Horse and Revelstoke. I don't know if I'll make it over to Whistler. But yeah, I was there last year for a little bit. 9990 or Jupiter? I would go Jupiter. 9990 is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's probably my second favorite area, but I just like Jupiter. Howdy from Vail. What's up, Patrick? One for the 3P MVP at Jupiter. I've ever watched Soul of Elta. I haven't watched that yet, but I saw that Elta put that out. I haven't had time to check it out. You ever think about any trips or videos with other content creators? Yeah, I'm always open to it. I mean, that's why I've done some trips with Abe Kislovitz, who I highly regard. I'm just a little bit, just got to be the right fit. That's all. Yeah, so I'm definitely open to it, and I'm a little bit more into if I did a video with Board Progression at Sundance. When we were out there, we ran into each other. We started filming together. So, that's I'm definitely not against it, but I'm definitely a lot more introverted in my creative process, and I tend to have my own method with how I do things, and I need my space and time. The thing with Abe Kislovitz is that he kind of understands that and will also help facilitate that. So I'm definitely open to it, but I just need to have the right fit, or else it's I won't be able to put out a video that I'm happy with. Ever heard of J-Peak? Yeah, of course. Have you ever used this? I have not used the 3D Mag Chroma Pop goggles before. Do you like 9990 or Jupiter more? Jupiter. For sure. One confirmed dead at Palisade Saho. Yeah, that's awful. Finally got on a bus after waiting an hour. Wow. Is it still snowing out there? I can't really tell. It just seems like it got really gnarly, like really quickly, and then they just haven't had a chance to clear the roads and whatnot. Lucas looking to push it at Park City. Gnarliest runs off Jupiter. Honestly, there's nothing super gnarly, to be honest. Park City isn't really a very gnarly mountain like some of the other ones. You can get some cool stuff right underneath the chair. There's a rock called M Rock, which you'll see literally goes right under the chair. That's always a fun one to ski and hit if you're looking for a cliff. Orange Rock is probably the biggest rock over there on Jupiter. I don't know if it's really good to hit right now, but Yeah, I mean, Six Bells is always cool because it's kind of narrow, so it's a good sort of test. Scott's Bowl is fun, but there's nothing really super gnarly on Jupiter. You should make content at Deer Valley. I made quite a few videos there, to be honest. I don't know if you've already seen them from last year and this year, but there's definitely some videos there from Deer Valley. Odin Grubin, welcome to Stoke Squad. Thank you, my friend. Hey, man, I'm a Park City local. Hope to see you out there. Lots of snow coming down. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Just went to Steamboat. It was sick. Yeah, man, Steamboat got hammered. Thoughts on the Avalanche and Squats? Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful for an inbounds Avalanche. I respect your question, but I don't really understand what the question is asking me. You know, it's absolutely awful. Someone lost their life, you know, at a ski resort thinking they were just going to go out and ski for the day, and they never made it back home. So I don't know what kind of question that is, but it's awful. Absolutely awful. Heard of J Skis? Yes, I've heard of J Skis. Ever been to a mountain and the conditions or lines are so long you left after? No. I just think the lines are part of the whole experience. So I don't if I'm there, I've had my gear on, I made it to the line, I wouldn't leave. Oftentimes, at least places where I'm at, the lines will die down. You know, I find busy times are 10 to 12. And, you know, after that, a lot of people go in for lunch or whatnot. So a lot of it's just sort of sucking it up for an hour or two. And then typically the line sort of angles out. Is it possible to get the GoPro to stop making the hills look less steep? Not really. I mean, that's kind of what happens when you use a wide angle sort of field of view. You could go to like a linear lens, but, you know, you're not going to get that sort of wide immersive field of view. But just kind of, that's why the whole thing's known as the GoPro effect, just kind of part of it. Yeah, I don't think you're ever going to get any sort of camera that really shows the actual pitch of a mountain. My favorite restaurant at Aspen. For the first 2 nights, I ate at the hotel because it was comped and just sort of was a cool experience. We ended up getting sushi last night, which was obviously very expensive. That was nice. So yeah, a lot of my meals was actually right at the hotel. Is the Aspen juice worth the squeeze? I mean, hell. If you can afford it, I think Aspen was super rad. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It is sort of, yeah. I mean, is it a super gnarly place? No, but Aspen Highlands is very, very steep. That's no joke of a mountain for sure. So I think Aspen should be on everyone's bucket list for sure. Mark with the 1359 days to the meetup. Pow has arrived. Let's go, dude. Did you get up in the mountains of West Virginia last weekend with your truck from Turo, or what happened with that? Just started watching the videos. Content is superior to any skiing vlogger I know. Keep grinding, bro. Thank you, Owen. Appreciate it. Glad you like the channel. How would you compare Jupiter to Headwaters? I mean, Jupiter doesn't even compare to the Headwaters. I mean, you know, the Headwaters are Big Sky. It's extremely gnarly hike out there. Yeah, I mean, Jupiter, in my opinion, is some very mellow skiing, especially the more stuff I ski. I think if you're new to advanced skiing, you know, it's fun stuff for sure. But, you know, compared to Snowbird, Elta, you know, some of these other places, Jupiter it isn't that, definitely not compared to the Headwaters. Extremely bumpy on the flight out. Where do you fly? Do you fly direct, Chin, or what's your flight pattern? Silver Cliff is bigger. Is it bigger than Orange Rock? The Orange Rock underneath Main Chair? I feel like Orange Rock is big, dude. I guess I haven't really seen Silver Cliff at its biggest point, so I'm sure you're right because you're in there a lot, but I feel like the landing on Silver Cliff is a little funky. Hey Lucas, I'm PC Local. I'm skipping school tomorrow to ski. Do you think I'll get some fresh laps? I'm sure you'll get some fresh snow, man. With this much snow, it's, you know, I'm sure you'll get fresh snow. Have you tried the new Bergman lift? No, I have not. Ever skied in the rain? Kind of. Mount Bachelor. Are you feeling fresh creatively for this new season? I'm feeling better. I remember last year at this time, and it was just so epic. So I've been trying to pace myself a little bit more. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I will say I get stressed with the storms, right? Because it's obviously such a big, you know, they stress me out. I get stressed in moments like this because I know I need to get up there and ski and make videos, but I get very stressed with the van because the van is 2-wheel drive, you know, and yeah, that's all. So I don't mind when I chain up, but chaining up is a process. And yeah, the cottonwoods are just a beast. Little cottonwood is just something that's hard to describe. I don't ski tour. I probably will never ski tour and expressly make a video on it and put it on the internet for people to, yeah, people would have a field day with me trying to ski tour and tell me all the things I'm doing wrong and advocating for. So I'm mostly just a resort skier. Highlands Bowl was fun for sure. I mean, that terrain is sick. Highlands Bowl is very steep. And the vertical, like the consistency of the pitch for the vert is insane. My legs are burning me. So I did 2 Highlands Bowl, 2 chairlift runs on Temetry. And then the weather was pretty kind of gnarly in Aspen, just very windy and cloudy. So I started to hike the bowl because, yeah, it wasn't like it was a bluebird day. It was a little bit. So I just did 2 runs and then I hiked the bowl. And that hike, man, just, that hike is tough. I'm not rocking merino wool base layers, no. There's definitely avalanche warning signs, but the reality is, and I think people need to understand this, is that even though you're at a resort, the avalanche, there's always a risk of avalanche, and all Ski Patrol does, and I'm not downplaying what they do, but they just mitigate that risk. It never means that the risk of avalanche is 0. Never, you know? So when you get a pass, you're signing a waiver as part of that, saying you assume all the risks and injuries that you might get at the ski resort. But Ski Patrol, they never can make it so there's like no such thing as avalanche. They do their best to mitigate it, but there's always a chance of avalanche. So I'm sure with the high winds, this sort of new snow that came in, avalanche risk was high. I'm sure Ski Patrol did all they could, but the reality is you're still in the mountains, and unfortunately, it was a horrific accident. I mean, you know, but just remember, your risk is never 0. What do you think the hardest mountain is? I mean, I obviously haven't been to all the mountains, so I can't speak on what the hardest one is. Personally, I think Kicking Horse is an extremely difficult mountain. Some of the stuff there is, I wouldn't ski it, put it that way. Revelstoke's another one that's very difficult. Elta, Snowbird. But there's something about those British Columbia mountains that just, yeah, kind of set them above some of the other ones. But Snowbird, Elta, Jackson, Kicking Horse. Which skis are your powder ones? I have Armada JJs, Armada White Walkers. I would probably recommend the Armada JJs for Opowski if you want something that I'm using. I think the JJ's a good one. Silvercliff's 35-foot drop. I need you to show me that, dude, because I just feel like I don't know exactly where. Ever skied in Arizona and Mexico? I've not, no. Luke's ever gonna pull up to the East Coast? I'm not, no, man. I lived there for 23 years. I have no desire to go back, to be honest. That two-wheel drive, remember chaining up to get over Darn Pass so many times, crazy times, feeling the anxiety chaining up. Yeah, I mean, the thing when you chain up, it's so much better. Like when you have chains on and like legit chains, you can essentially, you know, you can kind of drive through just about anything you're gonna find on the road. But yeah, it's a process, you know. When I hiked Highlands, I saw some dad carrying his skis and his daughters while she hiked. Damn, what a dad. That's what dads do. It's a tough hike. Like there's a section of it that's just, it's like, feels like it's straight up. You're at like, you know, I don't know, 12,000 feet and it's exposed. That's what's really gnarly. Finally made it to Lambs Canyon. You only just got to Lambs Canyon, dude? Oh my god. Exactly, looks when you're in steep snow, there's always a chance. Yeah, especially, I mean, dude, the Sierra Mountains are, in my opinion, some of the most gnarly mountains for storms. I mean, the winds that they get coupled with the tons of snowfall, then like the changing temperatures, you know, it can dump snow with high winds and the next day it's 45 degrees. So it's like they have the perfect combination for avalanches. You know, the Cottonwoods are gnarly and all that sort of stuff too. I'm not taking anything away from them, but the Sierra Mountains, like those got to be some of the most crazy zones for storms and avalanches. And just, you know, and the thing is, everyone can sit here and say, oh, how'd they let that happen? They should have done X, they should have done Y, they should have done this, that, and the other, right? But, you know, I mean, you're out in the mountains, right? Like, I can assure you they didn't just get all this new snow, high winds, and the crews at Palisades are like, yeah, it all should be good, go up and ski it. Like, they definitely 100% did mitigation, control, you know. But the reality is that, yeah, the reality is you're in the mountains, so... Grapple Ganger, John. What up, dude? Hey, Lucas, we're getting nuked right now in Little Conwood. Hope Snowmass was fun. Yeah, dude, I might, I think I'm going to try to come up to Elta tomorrow. I'm going to wake up early, kind of see what the roads are doing. But I think that would be the best situation. I will say, I wish Little Cottonwood had a little bit better chain up zones. I find that the bottom of Little Cottonwood is oftentimes just wet and you're on asphalt, literally. It's not until really you get to like Gate 1 at Snowbird where it gets really bad. And they don't have any place for you to chain up between the entry and Gate 1 of Little Cottonwood. So you're going to put chains on and have to go 10 miles an hour on asphalt. Everyone's going to be pissed at you because you can really go 30 or 40 at that point. So it's a tough canyon to chain up in because I don't know what they want you to do. Are you really supposed to chain up right at the bottom and then roll very slow on asphalt, presumably damaging the road, the chains, your tires, and not have a place to put chains on sort of halfway up there? I just wish there was a little bit more, another chain up zone, put it that way. I don't know. I mean, I'm probably just naive to the logistics of it. But it's just a very interesting sort of weather pattern. What's up, Ute Nation? Gonna be out of town for the storm. Oh man, dude. Hopefully you have fun wherever you go, though. There'll always be more snow to be had in Utah. Ever tried grass sticks, bamboo ski poles? I have not. I've used zipline poles for about 5-6 years now. I've not tried tire socks. I think I've been looking into other options because the chains are, yeah, they're obviously a little bit bigger undertaking, but yeah, I've heard even just like tire cables, which won't be as beefy as the chains, but I heard tire socks work well. Kevin, welcome to Stokes Web, my friend. Curious to know why you do not wax your skis. I just don't really see the point of it. I think, I'm not trying to be the fastest one on a cat track. I think as long as you're skiing steep enough stuff, I don't know. I don't really wax or tune my skis. I did know that they're skiing in Hawaii. I always thought that's really cool. Yeah, man, that's the whole deal with the East Coast maple syrup. I don't mean to be short about it when people ask me there, but I grew up in central New York. I spent 23 years of my life there, and that's the reality with the East Coast. It's a beautiful place like the Finger Lakes and the Adirondacks and Maine, New Hampshire, but when it comes to the winter, the reality is they'll get snow, but then it'll be 40 degrees and rain the next 3 days and it all goes away. So, I have no doubt the terrain there is fun. The issue with the East Coast is just the consistency of the snowfall. I don't ever pray that the East Coast gets a shitty year. I always hope that the East Coast gets good years, because when they have good years, it's cool skiing. But that's the reality of it. That's why out west you just don't get that. What goggles do you use? I use a goggle called Zipline Podium XT. They are made by a company called Zipline. What resort are you going to Saturday? I'm going to be at Snowbird on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday I'll be at the Bird. Good feedback. The road is so narrow and expanding doesn't seem to be an option. I wonder if there's a common thing. People with chains have nowhere to put them on. Yeah, and I understand the issue that would make, because then what you would have people who don't put them on and they get up there and then you have to put them on when it's kind of too late. And I just think that would also create a lot of issues as well. So I don't know. That's my biggest struggle with the chains, is that a lot of times the bottom part of the canyon it's not dry, but there's literally no snow. And so it's just weird to put chains on, drive on asphalt that I can literally only go 8 to 10 miles an hour with my chains on. And so then I just feel like I'm holding everyone up. And the other day when I chained up to get out of there, like getting down, I was driving down on asphalt, and I'm just like, man, I just feel like I wish, like, they have this snowplow turnaround like halfway, but that's not really a place that you're supposed to chain up at. So it's just my feedback with it. I think most people have a 4-wheel drive vehicle, right? And so that's all. ASMR channel. I didn't mean to be chewed into the mic. I didn't think you guys would hear that. I'll mute it next time. I have a little chocolate to pick me up during these 2 hours. We literally got about 1.5 feet of snow in Massachusetts. I saw that. I saw like some places in Vermont they gotten like 2 feet in a weekend or something. It rained today. All the snow is gone. Yeah, I mean, I don't bring it up to other than I just think a lot of people don't realize that I grew up in the East Coast. I went to college out there, so I spent a lot of my time. And the reality is, it's gray skies 300 days of the year. It's just a tough place. And so when I came out west, I'm just like, I really just don't see. I don't have the desire to go ski back east. I really don't. But I'm empathetic. I'm empathetic because I know not a lot of people get the opportunity to come out west, and the East Coast is all they know. So I'm giving you my perspective on it because I've kind of been in both, and that's where I'm at. And I'll live and die on this sword that Little Cottonwood Canyon, in my opinion, is the best skiing in the country. I mean, I'm not saying other places aren't epic. Palisades is a sick mountain, Mammoth, places up in Washington. But if you want to talk about just pure consistent skiing every single day, there's no place like Little Cottonwood. Flying to Salt Lake, I mean, I don't think so. The crazy part about Utah is a lot of times Salt Lake, it won't even be snowing in the actual valley itself. So I'm sure you'll be fine. It takes a lot to actually cancel a flight due to weather, but I don't know. I don't know exactly. I'm no freaking weather guy or plane guy, so. Yeah, it could be highly unlikely. I know. I think cables is the move. I got to get cables because I think I can drive faster. I think they're a little bit easier to put on. Luna's rear-wheel drive, Justin. Rear-wheel drive. Yeah, I kind of agree with Z-Man, Ben. I mean, I hate to just keep pounding Snowbird, but I mean, I would just do Snowbird all 3 days. But Brighton is kind of like one of the originators of snowboarding, if that makes sense. They're kind of one of the first resorts to like really welcome snowboarders. So I think that's a cool place to experience. But there's a reason why whenever I go down there, I always go to Snowbird. I mean, what's up, Dakota? How long does the season usually go to? I think safely, a lot of mountains kind of stay open through like the second week of April. But you'll really start to transition to a lot more spring skiing, like kind of into March. I packed up and left the East Coast the minute I graduated. Best move I ever made. Yeah, that's kind of once I applied to grad school out in Colorado, and I really haven't been back at all since then. So, ever skied Mad River Glen? I haven't skied Mad River Glen, no. Park City, the town is packed during Sundance, but interestingly, it's one of the best times to go skiing because not a lot of people are on the mountain. So yeah, driving around Park City like during Sundance is a headache. But The mountain typically is never really that packed. Is it safe for me to just show up at Vale on a snowboard and gear never see? One, I would 100% make sure you have a helmet. So if you don't have a helmet and you don't think you need one, I would just get a helmet if you've never been on a snowboard, because you're going to catch an edge and hit your head. And yeah, I mean, I would just start at the bunny hill or something. Everyone's got to start at some point, but just make sure you have the proper gear, aka a helmet. What's up, Mo? You're at Brian Head. Brian Head has been getting hammered. Do you ever tune your skis or edges? I haven't tuned or waxed my skis since I bought them, and I don't have any plans to wax my skis or tune them, to be honest. I'm not saying that you don't need to, and it's not a good thing to do. I just don't do it. Stick with chains. Yeah, I mean, like I said, when the chains are on, they're incredible. And when I put them on the other day, I got them both on in like 7 minutes. I think I timed myself. So honestly, not bad. Pretty good timing. Dangle City. It doesn't have to just be skiing. I'm down to it. Yeah, these are kind of here to talk about anything. But typically in times like this, they're very skiing heavy. But yeah, I have a lot more interest in hobbies and skill sets in my life other than skiing. But the channel is obviously very skiing heavy. Eric, thank you for the 1032. Here's an ice cut and some Russian gas to get to the stream going to intermission. Let's go. Are you at a game right now, Eric, or what's going on? Thank you for the 1032. Have a 104 and 120. Third in the middle. Ooh. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, 116 is so close to 120. And 110 is very close to 104. I don't know. I just don't know when you necessarily use the 116 compared to like a 120. But, I mean, I'm not one to talk. I have a 106. I have two pairs of 116s. I have a 121. I think the 116 is a very versatile ski. It's obviously a dedicated sort of powder ski, but I find myself using a 116 in a lot of conditions outside of just POW because I like the bigger underfoot. But that's just my preference. A lot of people say I'm crazy. I know some people, think you don't need anything bigger than a 106, and I'm like, I just wouldn't want to be caught dead skiing this weekend on a 106. I mean, there's no way, Where's the storm? The storm is kind of everywhere. Really, the whole west coast and even the east is getting snow, right? Nope, just trying to get the Stoke team pumped up. Okay, I love it, Eric. I thought maybe you were at a game, but it's also Wednesday night, so. Super windy today. Ron Wilson with the 20. Stoke Church got a little care package from Amazon hitting your P.O. box on Tuesday. Some road trip accoutrements, condiments. Let it snow, let it snow. Ron, thank you for the 20, my friend. Hopefully you're feeling better, dude. But I really appreciate all the care packages that you do send, the hot sauces, the noodles, everything, man. I really do appreciate it. So thanks for the 20, Ron. Let it snow, man. Almost, crazy amounts of snow coming, so. Sometimes I'll wipe my skis down with WD. Interesting. What'd you say your second favorite hobby is then? Probably paintball at the moment. The 2024 season is kind of coming up soon. But yeah, I like playing paintball. Just bought a pair of 126 NFL Magic J's. Nice, dude. Are those 126s or are they 124s? I think they might be 124s. Best running in double blacks at Park City. I would try McConkey's. Has some good sort of double blacks. There's a double black off Motherlode called Motherlode Meadows. But yeah, McConkey's is typically a pretty good one. To kind of get into it. How is it Audi e-tron? They just hook you up with it. Yeah, so part of the deal with that hotel, the Limelight, is you get a 2-hour sort of test drive of the Audi a day. But yeah, they just kind of gave it to me for the day to go to Aspen Highlands and whatnot and kind of showcase that feature of the hotel. So it was cool. I've never driven a fully electronic car before. And the torque and sort of the instant power that you get is pretty incredible. So it was obviously really nice. It was an Audi. But yeah, it was really rad. So yeah, if you stay at the Limelight, part of the perks there is like a 2-hour test drive or whatever they call like the Audi experience. Because Audi is the official vehicle of Aspen Snowmass. Only 6 hockey games this weekend. Oh my god, dude. I remember hockey just for myself was crazy, and that's just with one person. You have multiple kids. I majored in biochemistry. I have a bachelor's of science degree in biochemistry. And John says, could you elaborate on the advantages and disadvantages of filming 9 or 16:9? Dude, honestly, the only reason why you'd film in 9:16, which is the aspect ratio of like your phone or portrait mode, is if you're directly sharing it to Instagram. So if you're not ever going to use the footage for YouTube or something where you want like a traditional widescreen, I would film a 9:16 because then you're not taking a widescreen and having to like sort of crop into the middle. The GoPro's just going to natively film it vertically. So that's why you'll see some people with their GoPro vertically on their helmet. They're just shooting for social media. So that's honestly, other than that, like resolution's the same. It's just the actual aspect ratio. So if you're just sharing stuff to Instagram and TikTok, it would be better quality for you to film in 9:16 or AKA flip your GoPro vertical. I don't listen to music when I ski. I just like to have I find that I'm just can't be super aware with my surroundings. But a bride, $20. And Walton Stanley with the 5 gifted, my boy Walton. I recently found out my coworker used to live in Colorado. JJ's East Coast, clearly Stoke Squad material. I recommend your channel to him. Yeah, man. I mean, look, Like 2 years ago when I started my channel kind of with skiing, like we had that awful snow year. I don't know if you guys remember 21, 22. Snow year was just awful. And that was the only ski I had. I used my JJ all the time. So, but thank you for the 20, man. And Walton with the 5 gifted, Jeremy Green, Chris Hugenberg, Z-Man, Maple Syrup, Hayden Hong, welcome. Walton, thank you for the 5 gifted, man. Just booked my Stokes Swap meetup flight. Let's go, Crazy Sloth. Didn't even say racing is a second favorite. Racing's a tough one, man. It's something that I just think is, yeah. I mean, you get it because you went to the race and stuff, and you're kind of into it more. But it's a hard thing to sort of say racing. You know, there's a lot to it. Have you or would you ever try a backflip or front flip? No, I mean I've done them at like the water ramp and in a foam pit, but I've never tried one on snow. Are you going to Jackson Hole this year? I think so. Yeah, my sister lives up there, so it's kind of an easy trip for me to do. I honestly was just kind of waiting for snow, and now it's like everyone's getting snow. So. Did you see the photo Stoke Audi in Winter Park I posted to Discord? I did see that actually. It has the license plate, I think, that said Stoke on it. Feeling a lot better, mostly over the yuck. Flu going around, been to PT for the shoulder twice. 70%, that's nice, man. I think we're going to see you, back on skis and feeling much better before the season ends, man. I heard that a lot of people did get some sort of weird flu thing over Christmas, too. Just winging it with my GoPro. Yeah, dude, if you have the Max Lensmod 2.0 and the Hero 12, I don't know if that's the setup you have. I would definitely recommend keeping it horizontally and then putting it in 9x16 mode. The field of view is great for social media. Thank you for all you do, Jim. My pleasure, man. I'm still spoiled from last year. Yeah, man. I mean, last year, I just think you have to almost kind of delete that year from your mind because it's just that's not normal. What's the daily besides? I don't have any other vehicle. The Luna is the only vehicle that I have, so I've been thinking about kind of the long-term plan with Luna. Chris Hugenberg with the $4.99. You even pronounced my last name right. That's worth 5 easy. And Dakota, 22 months. But Chris, thank you for the $4.99, man. I'm glad it was a lucky guess. Lucky guess, but thank you, dude. Dakota says, what sled do you recommend for first-time snow sledders? Can I take one down a double black diamond looking for a garage sled? Dude, that'd be insane to take like a sled down a double black. That would be so dangerous. People again, this is sad, but people will go up on like the mountain after hours and they'll like go sledding. Someone died at Deer Valley. I think it was last year. And they hit, a lift pole or something and they like die because they don't have a helmet on and they're going way too fast on a sled. So yeah, sledding can be very dangerous. But thank you for the 22 months, Dakota. Chris, thank you for the $4.99. Mammoth this year. Yeah, I think I might be going to Mammoth maybe this month. I don't want to say for sure, but I might be doing a Mammoth trip later. What's up, Chris March? Hope this next storm delivers. Thank you, man. Greg Walsh moved out to Ogden, working at Pow Mau. Congrats, man. You should hit Big Sky this year. Big Sky's rad. Going to Copper this weekend and Steamboat next week. Pray for powder. I think you'll get some. Steamboat's been getting hammered. "72 inches by Sunday." Yeah, I mean, honestly, every place in Utah is supposed to get hammered with snow. What rig do you use at home for processing GoPro videos? I edit everything on a M1 MacBook. M1. Yeah, the laptop. What are my specs on? I have Apple M1 Mac, 64 gigabytes of RAM. Ever gonna shred anywhere in the Midwest? Probably not, my friend. Alta getting 80 on top of what they just got. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Alta, like, by the end of this whole thing, they get like 100 inches of snow. Last year made me forget what Groomers felt like. Yeah, I mean, last year we didn't use anything less than like a 116. Now I haven't even used anything bigger than a 116 yet. Do you ever do anything in the park? No, I don't ski park at all. I would recommend watching Steep, or I think there's a Bruce Oldham maybe for park. But yeah, I don't do park, so. Do you still drive on track? Yep, all the racing is done on track, on proper racetracks. What is your home state? Utah now. Yeah, I live in or based out of Park City, Utah. Pretty sure there's a skier in Europe with a mile-long run dedicated for sledding. That's crazy. What underfoot would you recommend for free ride as well as on-trail riding? Free ride, you mean like park skiing? I'd recommend like 90, 94. During COVID, my friend who didn't know how to ski, who had access to the runs, literally sledded down a moguled Black Diamond. That'd be crazy. That'd be terrifying, dude. I would not want to do that. Could you imagine sledding down like a steep bump run? Remember the modified shovel races that were in the original X Games? That was nuts. I don't remember that. Nick 5K, what up, Lucas? Snowmaster's firing. You're still in Colorado. Highland Bowl is going to be mega tomorrow. I am not, man. I got back a little while ago. Short trip to Aspen Snowmass, but very fun. Enjoy it. I won't go back to Keystone. No, Jay. I'm not really a big Keystone person. Great work. Always bringing the Stoker drop Corbets. I've never dropped Corbets. Nope. That thing is massive. How's the driving part? Is it boring? Do you enjoy it? I honestly do. I honestly like the driving. I've always enjoyed sort of road trips and all that sort of stuff. I mean, sometimes it can get a little... I find that I can't really ever do more than like 10 hours in a day. That's it kind of... I have to leave early. I don't like driving at night. You know, so... But yeah, I don't mind it. Luna has 114,000 miles on her now. So I gotta guess a Rangers fan. Bass, I'm not really a fan of any team. I don't have a... Yeah. How often do you smell weed when you're skiing? Because East Coast on a busy day, it's literally every run you get smacked in the face at some point. Hit and run. 50-year-old Louisiana guy ski biking hit a dad and daughter at Keystone. January 2nd hurt him pretty bad. Ski biking. Hit and run? On a ski bike. Oh, that's awful. When I went to Park City last season, the first week of December, yeah. Yeah, last weekend was epic. We had a lot of... I was skiing Jupiter like Thanksgiving in November. Last weekend, stuff was open right away. So, a little bit different this year, but... Lots of used vans for sale, maybe upgrade. Yeah, I think the thing is I'd want to build the van myself again. That's the thing. Which I'm not afraid of. I just would need to, you know, it takes a lot of time to build the van. But yeah, if I was gonna do it, I'd want to build it just so I can say I built it and didn't just go buy a van. You know, that's why I built it in the first place. Best areas at Whistler. I do not know, man. I know the Peak Chair is pretty infamous for sort of the steep top stuff, but I don't really know Whistler that well. Do you like currently race? Yes. Yeah, the season will... Our first race is beginning of April, and it will go all the way through October. There's 7 weekends, 2 races per weekend, all throughout the U.S., from California to Florida, Wisconsin, Virginia, Indianapolis. But yeah. Video of him literally bouncing up and down the power runs. I would actually like to see that. I couldn't imagine sledding down a Black Diamond mogul run. Favorite Colorado ski resort? I really like Arapahoe Basin. I think that's a fun mountain. I enjoyed my time at Telluride. I think Steamboat's fun. I enjoy Breckenridge. I haven't really been there in a little while. And I think Aspen Snowmass is fun too. Highlands is a very steep mountain. Best skiing YouTuber out there. Watch your videos all the time when I wish I could be out there on the slope, says Charlie Bragg. Thank you, man. I would say I can ski switch pretty well. I mean, I'm not like the best switch skier, but I do enjoy skiing switch. Is next week a good week to come to Utah? I don't know if you're trolling me, but I'm pretty sure next week would be a fantastic week to come to Utah. Gotta go, phone's gonna die. Still not home yet. Only at the exit for the Cottonwoods. Oh my god, dude. Be safe, dude. Do you ever do any backcountry excursions? No, I don't, man. No backcountry for me. What type of ski do you use? Powder, longshore? I've made a video on my ski gear that talks about the skis I have and stuff. I use mostly powder skis, I would say. I like bigger skis. And I would say they're not super long, but they're definitely not short. I'm 5'10" and I ski of a 185. I would like to move up all my skis to a 192 centimeters. So, but yeah, check out my gear video. It goes over the skis that I have. Doesn't want to admit being a Syracuse Orange fan. No, the only, I guess, sports team that I have a draw to is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because my roommate in college got drafted to them and played for them. He just retired, but yeah, that's the only team that I feel like, and I really don't. I'm like, okay, I don't really care, but that's the one team that I yeah. I'm more of a Formula One fan. than I am like a traditional sports guy. I've not seen the. I've seen that they dropped the Soul of Elta, but I haven't watched it. Where's the storm at? The storm's here, man. Lucas, your ski shape breakdown video was so informative. If you had one ski in your quiver to ski the Wasatch, it would be the 116 JJ. Probably, if I had to do one ski. I've been really liking the White Walker, but I think if I had to really pick one, the JJ is a little bit more versatile in its construction and it's a little bit more resilient. But yeah, I would go 116 for sure for the Wasatch. If you could suggest one resort to an intermediate skier, what would it be? Park City's a great one. Did you go to Aspen? Or I went to Snowmass and I went to Highlands. Those are the only two mountains that I went to. Kenton Williams with the 5 gifted. Kenton, thank you so much, man. This just in, W. Cooper, Bradley Rounds, Affluent Journeys, and James. Welcome. Kenton, thank you for the 5 gifted. Hey, Lucas, I want to let you know to keep up the good work. Thank you, Henry. 192 at 5'10". What's your thought process there? Yeah, I mean, the thought process is that a longer ski is more stable at higher speeds. A longer ski gives you more surface area for flotation in deeper snow. A longer ski gives you a little bit more leverage when landing cliffs and stuff like that. You're not as apt to sort of come out the back of them because there's just more ski. I think if you are more of an advanced skier and you can handle a longer ski, in my opinion, a longer ski will be better in just about every aspect. Sure, it will be a little bit less maneuverable and agile in tighter situations, but if you're a more advanced skier, you can handle the extra length, if that makes sense. So I just think a longer ski will allow you to ski harder, give you more surface area, and be more stable at high speeds. I mean, I'm not skiing bump lines where I need a very short, light, nimble ski. So that's my thought. I think a 185, especially with a lot of rocker, like the White Walker has, like the JJ has, it skis a lot shorter. So, effectively that edge might be 180 centimeters or 182. So 192, a ski with a lot of rocker. Yeah. What's your favorite run at the Bird? Did you run 99.90 over Christmas? Did I do 99? I think I did do 99.90 over Christmas because I was with my mom. Favorite run at the Bird's probably Great Scott. That's always a good one. The Bucks guy, his name was Ali Marpet, Alexander Marpet. Ali Marpet, he was a guard. He was the highest drafted Division III player in history. What's up, Lucas? Hawaii stoked for him checking in. Miss you at Solitude. Was super fun. Happy New Year. Aloha. Love the stickers. What up, man? Happy New Year. Hopefully you had fun at Solitude. Kenton with the 2,000 yen. Thank you, my friend. 2,000 yen. How you been, Lucas? Hey, everyone. Hope you all blast out there from close off lifts, open lifts. We had 28 inches. Where are you at, Kenton? Thank you for the 2,000 yen and the 5 gifted. I've been great, though, man. How about you? Yeah, where are you watching the stream from? Looking for a super lightweight binding for strictly park use. Do you think a cheap binding like the look? Dude, honestly, I think if you're looking for a strictly park binding, I would go with a Look Pivot. To be honest, I'm not sure. Yeah, I would go with a pivot. How do you like Snow Basin? I like Snow Basin. I think it's a fun mountain. Head to Beaver Creek soon. Any runs you recommend? I would just do the Stone Creek chutes if you like advanced stuff. I don't know. I've only been there once, but there's some pretty fun stuff over there. The Stone Creek chutes. Ever monoski? I've never monoskied. Nope. Skiing in Italy in a couple weeks. When are you going to see abroad? Probably not for a little while, to be honest, but it would be very cool to one day check out skiing abroad. Good evening, Lucas. Is Park City good conditions right now? 12th to the 14th. I would bring your POW skis, my friend. I don't know if if you are used to powder skiing, but there will be a lot of fresh snow when you're here in the next few days. Next, your trip to Breckenridge, let me know. Host while you're here, says Michael Hernandez. Thank you, man. Does the width of skis really matter? If the width of skis did not matter, companies would not make the same ski at an interval of 5 or 6 millimeter underfoot difference. Think about that. Think of how much 10 millimeters is. You probably can even eyeball it. So yes, the length of the ski matters. The underfoot width matters. The side cut matters. Skis are engineered with a purpose that every bit of it matters. I'm not saying you can't ski powder with your 65 underfoot, 220 length ski. And I'm not saying you can't ski ice hard groomers with a 133 underfoot, POW ski. You can ski them both with anything. There's just some better tools for different conditions. I have 5 different skis, Henry. I do not snowboard. I don't typically eat too much on the mountain. I ski for about 3 to 4 hours on average, so I'm typically okay, with a big breakfast beforehand. Yeah, Ali Marpet. Yep. He was my roommate. He was my freshman roommate, and then we were roommates every year after that. So we were very close all through my whole college, and then senior year we had a house together with 2 other guys, so it was a pretty cool thing to watch. But yeah, Ali Marpet was really like my first friend, and yeah, he's my roommate. Freshman year, it's like you don't choose your roommate. You can show up to orientation and they're like, here's your roommate, and that was Ali. So Eric, 13 months, and I have a full year to Stoke Shotgun for you last week. I always love the Stoke and what you do for the community. Let's go, broskies. I got to show that tonight. Thank you for sending that over, my friend. Who'd be the champion on champion bump run? It depends what skis we're on. If Joe's on proper bump skis, he'd probably beat me down it. If we're both on like a similar ski, I think I could take him. I didn't say it's going to be pretty, but I think yeah. I think we got to have the same equipment, because if he's on proper bump skis, he'd smoke me. I'm on like a POW ski. How does a binding affect your ski performance? Chen said it very well. Some bindings are higher than others, so you kind of have a little bit more leverage to get the ski on edge. Other people or other bindings, you're a little bit lower. I have not, Ron. We actually got walkie-talkies. We got Rocky Talkies, the sort of backcountry mountain walkie-talkies. I like the walkie-talkies better than the intercom system. I think the walkie-talkies are more appropriate for the type of skiing. The intercom system is a little bit designed more for like skiing a groomer, and you can kind of all still communicate. They're not really meant for being like in the trees, separated from someone. So we got walkie-talkies, and those have been a lot better for the type of skiing we do. I didn't ski Aspen Mountain. I skied Highlands and Snowmass. I've never skied the slides at Whiteface. Are you going to do a Mammoth trip this year? I think so, yeah. For sure. You come to the Phoenix Rising tryouts or what? Blake, if I don't go... I'm supposed to go to Mammoth that same weekend. If I don't go to Mammoth, I will actually probably make the rip down to Phoenix to do that and just play and meet you guys. But if the Mammoth opportunity comes up, I'm probably going to have to take that. But I did want to ask you... the team that I'm playing with this year came out with their schedule. We're not doing any WCs. We're not doing like any NXLs. So I definitely want to expand into WC because I think there's just better competition there. So I'm kind of disappointed that we're not going that route, but I can understand why. So I don't know if I'll be able to make it there, and if it's a deal breaker, I totally get it. That's just kind of the reality right now. I think, to be honest, I might be meeting up with Abe in Mammoth. So if that trip comes up, that's something I gotta take advantage of. But I'd like to get bodied by Lucas on the ice. What the hell? Yeah, I definitely want to come to Steamboat, Sam. Try out the new terrain, the new gondola. Stoked about pond hockey game. That'd be so much fun. I'd actually be super down for that, Eric. Favorite place to mountain bike? I've only mountain biked at Mammoth, Deer Valley, and Sundance, and Park City. Probably Deer Valley is my favorite. Mammoth was a lot of fun also, but totally different sort of riding. I don't have a lot of experience mountain biking, but Deer Valley is really nice. I skied for 7 hours last week and did 41 laps. Wow. Nice, man. I've never tried the Ben Chetler's Brody Kmech. How much fun was Aspen? Aspen was really fun. I mean, I think a lot of... Compared to the other skiing that I've done so far, I mean, the skiing was a little bit... maybe not what people was expecting. It wasn't like super focused on skiing, but the whole experience was... Honestly, it was a once-in-a-lifetime sort of thing. I don't think I'll ever experience something to that caliber again in my life, and it was just really cool to have the support of a mountain like Aspen Snowmass, who kind of just support what I do and just they were very cool about just like having fun and enjoying my time. So have you ever thought of skiing with O Leaps or any other content people? I mean, you gotta realize someone like Owen Leeper. I mean, he's truly a professional skier, and he's got, I don't even know how many subscribers he has. You know, I don't think it's that. You know, I'm an amateur skier that's a lot smaller, you know, audience. So it's not as easy as just like messaging this guy and being like, yeah, we should go ski. And I was gonna be like, well, who are you? You know, yeah, I don't think it's that easy. I've never been to Baldface. Baldface looks really cool, though. I heard it's always so cold, though. Looking for a ski Armada between 100 and 116. That is great for POW. Probably the 106 ARV if you're looking for a all-wood ski. If you don't want an all-wood ski that's full twin tip, probably the Declivity... 102. Do they make a Declivity 112? Maybe the 112 would be a little bit more situated towards powder. 102 would be more situated towards sort of all mountain groomers. But yeah, either the ARV 106 or the Declivity, just depending on your ski style. I'm going to pick up a Rocky Talkies here was helpful. Yeah, the Rocky Talkies are very nice. Best mountain you recommend for beginner to intermediate? Probably Keystone Mountain in Colorado if we're talking about West Coast stuff. Joe Kendrick with the $9.99. Thank you, Joe. My daughter's a ski instructor at PC. We love your work and appreciate your beta. Can't wait to get back out there end of the month. Go to Stoke. Joe, thank you so much. Very, very cool. Let's celebrate their 5th super on a live stream. Joe, thank you for the 5 total super chats. Eric with the 5 gifted. Eric, thank you, man. Who'd we get? Ree Brooks, Zach, Garner Sheffield, Tim, and Dan. Welcome to the Stoke Squad. I think the 5 gifted. Joe with the $9.99. If you ever want to fly to Hawaii, do any hiking, water sports, I will take care. I got you. Thank you, man. Hawaii, I think, would be a very cool place to go to. I think we'll be on Utah from the 21st to the 25th of February. Maybe. There's a good chance. I'll probably be coming back from British Columbia and getting ready for the Stoke Squad meetup. Finally got my first runs in the season. 100% man-made snow next week. Looks more promising with better coverage. Jeff, super stoked to hear that. First turns in of the season. Congrats, man. It is tough when it's fully man-made snow, but it's honestly... it's honestly better than nothing, but skiing all man-made snow can be kind of tough. Armada 100 to 116, powder ski. Either the ARV 106 or the Declivity 112 if you're looking for more of a powder ski. Really, the only mountain the only hill I skied on the East Coast when I lived there was a little hill called Toggenburg. And we basically just would do it to ski the terrain park on Friday nights. I think I went to Stowe Mountain when I was little with a ski club. But I really didn't ski. I didn't really ski much at all East Coast. I just, would come out to Utah and ski. Was the Olympic Valley area nice in the sense of nightlife and riding? I mean, the Truckee area is cool. Like, Truckee's a really rad ski town. It's not necessarily... I don't know if that's considered the same thing as Olympic Valley, but... Are you in Park City now? I am, yeah. I skied Hangman's Hollow over like the summer actually. It was really nice. Have you been to Alaska? Yeah, 2018 I went heli skiing in Alaska, so I guess that might count as backcountry in Alaska. But I never like toured like I didn't like tour in Alaska. I went heli skiing for one day and I skied at Alyeska Resort for 2 days. What you came for dinner tonight? I had some pasta and sauce, Matt. I actually ate before this because I was very hungry. I didn't really eat much because I I left Aspen at 8 o'clock this morning and basically drove, you know, just had little snacks on the way. What do you think makes someone beginner, intermediate, or expert? I mean, I don't know beginner versus intermediate. I mean, beginner is obviously someone who's new to skiing and never skied before. Intermediate, I think, is probably someone who can link turns together and make parallel turns. I think an expert skier, realistically, is someone who always maintains control or is in control regardless of the conditions, regardless of the terrain. I guess kind of regardless of the speed they're carrying. An expert skier is someone who can essentially be in control on any sort of terrain that they're faced with, in my opinion, in any condition. A beginner is someone who can't parallel turn, can't link turns together. An intermediate or advanced skier is someone who can, you know, link turns together. Question for you after watching the video on ski shape. I prefer a ski with a lot of camber. I don't think that says anything about your form, necessarily. I mean, most people like skis with a lot of camber because it's what gives you a lot of the edge pressure and edge control. A ski that doesn't have a lot of camber and in turn more rocker, you just don't have as much effective edge. So you can't really lay down carves. You can't really get the ski up on edge as well. So if you like a ski with a lot of camber, it might just say that, you know, you like, I don't know, do you like making like bigger GS turns and really skiing hard pack conditions? I mean, that's kind of all I think it would point to. I don't think it says much about your form necessarily. John says, what are the Stoke Squad meetup dates? March 9th and 10th. March 9th is Park City Mountain, and March 10th is Solitude. I was just at Stratton. Coverage wasn't great. Of course, I got 1.5 feet of snow in the past 3 days. Worst feeling. That is tough when you're at a mountain and then you leave and they get snow. When are you in Park City till? I'm probably in Utah for the next, at least, you know, this next week through this storm cycle. Like I said, I might potentially rip out to Mammoth next week, but I am in Utah for at least the next week. Really sad to hear about what happened in Palisades, says Matthew. Yeah, very, very sad. Matt D says, what type of pass do you have? I have the Epic Pass, I have an Icon Pass, I have an Indy Pass, and I also have a Snowbird Season Pass. Spaghetti with 99% lean ground turkey. Tara with the $9.99. Tara, why did you give me $9.99? Says Din Din. Tara, you got to share your thoughts on Aspen Snowmass because you had your own experience there. What did you think of Aspen? Tara came to Aspen. We didn't ski together, though. We didn't even do one run together. Thoughts on Big Sky snow accumulation? I don't even know what they're... do they have a lot of snow? I do not have my own house or apartment, no. The only thing I have is my van. My dad, Joe, has a house here in Park City, and so I stay in a room here in his house. I think the sad part is it's very hard to even get into real estate now because it's just so expensive. At least in areas like this, you know. First female in the stream tonight. It is very boys heavy. I think my demographics is like not 98% male. The Philippe's footage was amazing this summer. You might have been the last one to ski since. I love Philippe's. That was so fun. That whole Paranoid Flats area is gnarly. That stuff's no joke. His entire channel is just boys' night. I know, that's why we need Regina. Would you ski New Zealand? I think New Zealand would be super fun. I would like to ski it someday in my life. Ski with her. Trust me, it's the right way to go. We have a lot of work to do. Tara and I. We got to get Tara up to speed. She's good. She has a lot of potential. We just need to we got to just work on some things. And the problem is I'm not a good teacher. I don't know like how to teach skiing. The poles I'm using right now are 42 inches. 43 inches, 44 inches, between 42 and 44 inches, which I believe is like 105 centimeters or something like that. Just grabbed a Stoke Squad sticker, long overdue. Jesse, thank you, man. I gotta get all the stickers sent out tomorrow. Boys Club, says John. Yeah, pretty much. Do you think your hockey background helped you a lot with skiing? Probably. I mean, I grew up. I started playing hockey when I was really young, like 4, 5, 6, and I also started skiing when I was 4, 5, 6. So I kind of did the two together. So I think there's obviously a lot of crossover between the two. But both I did from a very young age. I went to Sun SA, had a huge crash. It was bad. Oh man, hopefully you're okay though. Lucas takes me down massive mogul runs. So one of the videos over the Christmas break that never came to fruition was skiing with Tara. Tara got new skis. And so we went out to Solitude one day to like try them. New boots, new skis. And I brought her down Honeycomb Canyon, and it was pretty rough. Like the bottom of Honeycomb Canyon was so huge moguls, and yeah, was not enjoyable for a newer skier with new equipment. And so that video never really worked because, you know, you go from being stoked to frustrated, and it was I probably could have kept it going, but yeah. Ski with Piper, the $4.99. Thank you, Ski with Piper. I appreciate it. Did you go to college? Yes, I went to college, and I furthered my education. I went to graduate school as well. I did 6 years of education. I really like the hot tub and skiing alone. Oh my god. The link to stickers and stuff is in the description, but I'll just throw it in there. All right, at this point of the stream, it is no longer rated PG or G. So if you're a kid, go to sleep. We got a few things. I have to show the Garage Gang photo. I have a Stoke shotgun, and I have a clip from Chin that I promised I would show. So bear with me now. Oh wow, this is a good Garage Gang photo. Image. Again, no longer family friendly. Garage Gang. If you guys don't know who the Garage Gang is, it just means you had to come to more live streams because Garage Gang has been with us for over a year now and have been arguably the best supporters of the channel and the live stream specifically. This is a good one. And the email that Dakota said she wanted the picture flipped so you could read her shirt. What's up, Jay? 23 months, says Jay. Aspen looks sick. Utah's turn now. I know, dude. I was just kind of debating. Do I try to go up to Alta tomorrow or do I ski Park City? I don't know. Dakota with a 420. Ski with Piper, 499. Favorite run of all time. My favorite run of all time. Oh. I don't know about my favorite, but one of my most memorable runs of my kind of recent 3-year ski career was the pinball shoot at Crystal Mountain. That was an incredible run. That was kind of high stakes and was a run that I was very, very pleased with. I think Philippe's at Mammoth Mountain's fun. Main shoot, little shoot at Alta's really cool. Okay, next one we are going to show. We're going to end it again with the Garage Gang, but we're going to we're going to show a clip sent in by Jay and Chin, 2 of the 4 moderators of the channel here. They went to Steamboat this weekend. Chin called me last night, asked me if I would show a clip, and I said I would. Chin clip. Here we go. Ninja again after. Are you guys ready for the best one? Here we go. This is from Eric Goulson.
Yeah.
Start off the best.
Lucas, this is for you, for the Blue Bastards. Lucas! Stone shotgun.
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Start off the best.
Lucas, this is for you.
Oh, it's not showing up. What's going on?
Stone shotgun.
Yeah.
Start off the best.
Lucas, this is for you, for the Blue Bastards. Lucas! Stone shotgun.
I think I gotta do this the hard way, but it's probably worth it. All right, this is my screen. Here we go.
Lucas, this is for you, for the Blue Bastards. Lucas! Stone shotgun.
I hope you guys can see at least you could maybe see it. This is Eric. He bashes the beer open with his skate in the locker room.
Lucas, this is for you, for the Blue Bastards.
This is actually badass. The Stoke Shotguns. They're not even here tonight either. Alex, Eric. We'll play her once more so everyone can get a good look. This Stoke Shotgun's just crazy, man. You got a solid beer going on, man. I love the homie in the back, just like, what the hell is this dude doing? Bastards Brew. What a beast. What's up, Donnie Cox? You want a shout out? There's your shout out. What's going on? Well, guys, a pretty epic storm coming in, or it's already here. I guess I'm just kind of... I have a room reserved for Saturday night up at the Cliff, so I will definitely be in Little Cottonwood this weekend. I'm just kind of debating, do I go up there tomorrow to Elta or just ski pow here at Park City? I don't know yet. I would really love to go up to Elta. So either way, we're going to ski something. Going to also ski Friday as well. Really going to be skiing every day because each day is supposed to be so incredible. And so hopefully the Highlands video will be out tomorrow. And that's about it. Should be kind of our first true Utah storm cycle this weekend. So I appreciate everyone for being here. Appreciate people who cop some stickers during the live stream. I will get them sent out tomorrow. So hopefully they can arrive by the weekend and whatnot. But then you guys... check out the Aspen vid if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, homies.